Hi everyone. It's hi everyone. It's me, Jordan Long here, and I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Yeah, it's 6 in the evening. Yeah, and it's still light out, but it won't be light out soon. It's gonna get dark soon, and then soon we'll have to be shifting. Soon we'll have to shift our timer ahead. So yeah. So a lot of folks out there are like, uh, yeah. The first thing I want to say is that when I get in the mood to do my live streams, and we got to keep in mind when you do a live stream, it's longer than an upload. So you always have to have a lot of time, and you got to be in the mood to do it too. Yeah, I like to call my live stream podcasts. And I know a lot of folks are going to say, oh, you can't call it a podcast. You don't have all the kinds of tools you do. Yeah, well, I call it whatever I want to call it. And keep in mind, a podcast is a live stream. Sometimes you might see the folks, sometimes you might not see the folks who are doing it. Um, so you're probably thinking to yourself, why is it light out right now? Yeah, well, it's still light out right now, but it's the gloomy kind of light that's really truly not that good. You know, and I probably had to go shift. Yeah, see, it's starting to go that way now. See, in another span, it's going to be dark soon, so I'm just ready to shift it on now. All right, it looks more good now. The upside to HD is that HD always seems to look good when you have the lights on. It's not a wonder maker. It can't make your films any more good than they already are. So right now I have like 2 followers on my YouTube live stream, which I guess I'd be happy with it. Sometimes my live streams don't get a lot of followers, sometimes they do. And I don't go around, it's not like it's see, I get in my moods when I want to do a live stream. I didn't know that I want to do a live stream until around now. So I couldn't have set it all up and say, "Oh, I'm going to live stream around 6 or so." I couldn't do that because I didn't know I wanted to do a live stream then. And everyone lives in all kinds of time steads, so it might be morning for someone else, midday for someone else, after day for someone else, evening for someone else, night for someone else. So yeah. So all right. Today I'm going to talk about these lot on talk about folks that talk about how YouTube made this new oversight when it comes to showings and boosterings, and everyone wonders why that hasn't happened to me. Well, about 7 years ago, I shifted on the settings not to have any showings or boosterings on my YouTube fairway. So when YouTube shifted the oversight, I didn't get to see that shit because I had shifted about 7 years ago not to see any of that. And everyone guilts YouTube. They say, oh, YouTube shoots way too many showings or boosterings. Well, it might be true, but keep in mind, some of these YouTube mates out there are guilty of it too. The longer you make your films, the more showings or boosterings you can have. And some of these business mates will put a lot of boosterings and showings in their films to get more income from Google, I guess. So you can't fully guilt Google or YouTube for that. Some of the YouTube business mates go crazy with the showings and and the booster rings. You probably say, Jordan, why is it that you don't have any showings or boosterings on your films, even if YouTube shift the oversight? Because about 7 years ago, I went to the settings of my YouTube Fairway and I shifted where I didn't want to see no showings or boosterings on my films, either they be upload or live stream. And YouTube has unlocked that setting. For anyone who has not gone to their YouTube Fairway and shifted that setting, or should have shifted that setting, that's why you don't see any of that stuff on mine, because I shifted it off about 7 years ago. Oh, hello there. Hi Jordan, what's up? Hello, my friend. Hi. Well, thank you for coming on my YouTube live stream. As you can know, I am talking about the YouTube oversight, which doesn't do anything to me since I shifted the setting to not have any boosterings or showings on my films. And a lot of folks say that, YouTube is guilty of putting a lot of showings and boosterings in films. About two. Some businessman out there might get in their head they're not getting enough income from Alphabet and Google and YouTube, so they might make a longer film and then put a whole bunch of showings and boosterings to get more income. So you can't fully guilt YouTube on it. Some of the mates have gone boostering and showing crazy too. But at the end of the day, you know what? You may have heard a lot of things. You're locked. All right. Well, I still like YouTube. At the end of the day, I still like being on YouTube. I still like making my uploads and my live streams when I'm in the mood. Someone has a belief or, thought, there's no truth to it. They believe that the why YouTube does this is they want everyone to go to YouTube Red. Well, they can't make anyone do something they don't want to do. There might be some folks that want to go to the following of YouTube where, I don't know, you pay I don't know how much they ask for, that you yield to them. So you don't get to see any business, any showings or boosterings at all. But anyway, I don't really mind that. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. So some creep comes on my YouTube live stream and says, "Oh, I heard that doll was taken over by Lucifer." Well, locked. So anyway, it is what it is. And I know there's going to be someone else. I got 4 followers on YouTube, and I know that someone else out there might wonder, well, Jordan, is this all you're going to talk about? I'm probably going to talk about other things on here. Sad for that burp. It said, I heard that some haters 5 and 10, then they close and reopen films, and then they stop the boosterings. Yeah, that might be true. Boostering is an English word. Showing is an English word because they're boostering. They're showing you stuff. They're selling things. Since commercial and advertisement are French borrowed words for it. The English word would be boostering, and business would be showings. That might be true with some folks. All right, so we got someone else. 2 creeps that I had to lock that keep on saying the same thing. Let it be earned right now that, all right, that might be true. That some folks out there, that some folks might do that. But everyone I ever watched, all the YouTube fairways I ever watched, I only saw at least one or two boosterings or showings. Not a whole bunch of them, maybe one or two, need be one or two between the film, and that was it. Unless there's someone out there that goes boostering and showing crazy, and once they get more galled from Google and YouTube, so they'll go crazy and put a whole bunch of showings and boosterings in their films. But I never seen it. I never watched anyone that did that though. It said, yeah, they need to shut up about the doll. Yeah, they do. It says, what's up with that? I don't know. Jordan, why are you? I'm not bullying you. Another creep comes on. And now this creep's saying that I'm bullying them. That's about 3 creeps that I had to lock from my live stream. And I'm just going to let it be known for anyone who's working from home at YouTube and they want to send this to them. Let it be known that I didn't say or do anything to them. And why I keep on bringing that up was like way back sometime last year, I made a YouTube live stream. I had a lot of folks on, but what happened at the end was that, so it was a Wednesday, it's all I know. And I went through making my YouTube live stream, and it was a Wednesday, and I had all my kin and friends on. Wasn't doing anything wrong. It was following the followership oversight and the website oversight. To my wisdom, it was. And then YouTube tells me, you can't do this. And I call it a one-off because that never happened again. You know? So, let's just be earnest. There is no endless to block, to ban, no to lock hater, all right, and hush them. So, if anyone else thinks that they want to be on a hall of shame, that's what I call the locked and hushed folk on YouTube. And by all means, do it. You know? And don't give me this whole thing about how I took your free speech away from you. I'm not the law moat. This is a free webstead on the interweb, and it's a gift to come on and say things on my live stream and on my upload. It's not a right, so don't be giving me about how I took your free speech away from you. You know? Oh, I really do need someone. Well, so I guess all the haters are out tonight. All the haters are out tonight, I guess, thinking that I'll just give up. No, I'll hush and lock all of you. So it is what it is. Now, so what else do I have to say here? I know my last YouTube live stream, I had Jade, my younger sister, on here, and that seemed to pretty much be the only one I was on there. I'll probably put someone else on, bring other folks on here. Let's do that. Yeah. I have haters coming on and saying shit about, oh, the doll. Oh, the doll's been taken over by Lucifer. Oh, you're bullying me. It's all shit. I got no truth to any of it. Oh, where am I? Oh, fuck. Yeah. And for all of those haters or trolls or bullies or whatever they want to call themselves, creeps, heels, good luck getting YouTube to see it your way. Yeah, I do got the Sailor Moon thing on one side, and you can also see some other things. Oh, and Jordan. Well, it's my god sister Gabrielle, and her staff won't keep in her hand. Fuck. Yeah. I shift over from one fighting staff to the other, and it's the same kind of hang up. Well, Jordan, I heard you were having a hang up with haters, or heels, or creeps, or trolls, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're coming on saying shit like, oh, I'm bullying them when I'm not doing anything to them. Oh, that I've been taken over by Lucifer. Yeah, these are some fun folks, right? I don't think anyone could take them earnest, you know. So, well, Gabrielle said, you know how it is, folks. Folks come on. They got nothing greater to do but to come on and seek to make fun of or bully or pick on someone on a webstead, because they don't see the interweb as a true thing. To them, it's the interweb. They don't care. They'll come on and they'll say shit and they'll be all fearless and bold, and then they'll get off and they'll be whatever their everyday self. Because in their mind, Jordan, they don't see the interweb and they don't think they gotta have on look, and they don't think they have to behave some way. Yeah, you're right, Gabrielle. They're all kind of folks on YouTube, and some of them like to come on and work YouTube as their bullying or picking on stead, where they can either be the big bad bully and, be a creep or a heel or a troll or whatever, a hater, and say a bunch of shit, and then say, oh, it's the interwebs, so who cares? It's not true life. I think a lot of these folks, Gabrielle, wouldn't be bold or fearless to say any of that stuff into my lair. All right, it says, yeah, I heard that about. You know what? Okay. Enough with your shit. You know who you are. Keep on making your reckonings, and I'll keep on locking them and hushing them. Oh, do I really need my fighting staff? Hold on, Gabrielle said. I shifted over to this fighting staff around December, or was it November of last year, thinking that it wouldn't have the same hang-ups my other walking stick or walking staff has, and it has the same hang-up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Xena. Gabrielle's my god sister. Yeah, you didn't know Jordan's my god sister. And I don't think it's right that some folks that have nothing good to do want to come on this YouTube live stream and start something. So let's be earnest with, I'm going to say right now, I don't care how many reckonings that this bully, hater, troll, hail, creep has. I forgive them for their behavior, but I'm going to let it be known that I'm going to keep locking and hushing every one of them. And I'm not going to I'm not going to give up or yield or stop or whatever they think. You know, yeah, we got 8 followers on here. And, Gabrielle says, you might think to yourself, it's kind of sad when that's the thing you got to talk about. I get it. There are folks on YouTube that there's folks in the world, all over the world, I would say, that don't take the interweb that earnest. They come on a webstead and they go, oh, it's the webstead. It's not true life. So let me bully, let me pick on, let me be a creep or a healer or or a troll. Let me say all kinds of mean things and be all hot, whatever. And then they get off and go, oh, it's true life now. Yeah, well, these folks, yeah, there are folks that are like that, Jordan says. I mean, there are folks that are like that. Forgive us, Gabrielle said, but there's this thing we do. Like we know who's talking, but it is what it is. Look, everyone on this YouTube live stream, the wise ones, know this is all mind seed. They know it's all made up, But at the end of the day, it's just there's folks out there that think that we're doing this, so that makes Jordan a smooth goal. Well, it doesn't. And if they think that we're going to say their names or go around and whatever, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, there were some folks that were being, saying things like, oh, stop bullying me, Dwayne. Oh, I heard the doll was taken over by Lucifer. Yeah, that seems to be the thing. Now, you might say, why, Jordan, why you don't set up someone to be the overseer to handle all of it? Because they won't know. See, I'll know, Gabrielle, what to look for. They will not know. If someone who's not you, they won't know what to lock and what to hush. There are folks on YouTube who they hush and lock all kinds of stuff, but unless they don't, it's not like, and whoever makes them their overseer for their shout out box, they give them all the freedom and then they don't care what they do. I would say there's someone who likes to write in big runes like me. Well, there might be someone out there that locks and hushes that stuff, but when it's me, I don't hush and lock that stuff. So, and there might be someone saying, oh, well, you didn't tell me to do this. Yeah, because I did it one time. I had someone be it. They didn't do nothing. And when I said, why do you not do anything? They said, oh, you didn't tell me what to do. So I just handle it myself. As soon as you give someone else the freedom or the work, to do it, you're entrusting them to handle your shout out box for you in your live streams or whatever. You're trusting them to make the right and wrong choices with it. Same thing if anyone at Lit's Third Gathering folks handle their YouTube fairways. But anyway, Gabrielle says, Jordan, I wouldn't let them get to you. I'm not. If I let them get to me, I wouldn't be on YouTube for 7 years if I cared about what they thought, what their beliefs were. True. And if they don't like what we do on YouTube, they can always go with someone else who's earnest. So many James E. Cornetts on YouTube who bitch, whine, and nag and scave about how YouTube's not earnest enough. About how, oh, I want earnest films. I don't like this stuff. And funny about how it's their thought and belief of what they like and what they don't like. And it's like, it's only funny if they think it's funny, and it's not funny if they don't like it. Well, the James E. Cornetts of YouTube, you can go somewhere else. You're hushed and locked. Because they take it so earnest. I gotta go now. Look, my staff is going on my hand. I gotta go now. Yeah, Gabrielle's gotta go now. They say that they're taking it earnest, well, they take it too earnest. Haters are going to hate. They're going to misbehave. That's just the way they are. They don't know. Well, they know what they're doing. They know what they're saying. They're guilty of knowing what they're saying and what they're doing. They're guilty of coming on the interweb and saying, oh, it's the interweb. So who gives a shit if I say mean stuff or I do something wrong? It's the interweb. It's not sinful or wicked or evil or unlawful. It's only when I get off the interweb, then they like, this is true life. Yeah. And so if that somehow comes back to handicap me, oh well. But I wouldn't want to have any of them be my followers. So what's read off we got here besides what was said? Jordan, be kind to it. Hey Jordan, be kind. It would be kind to see you on the interweb. Sad that you're getting bullied. Is that Gabrielle from Xena? Yes. Thank you for answering. Those creeps are getting what coming to them. Yes, they are. I forgive them for how they behave or how they misbehave. But let's be earnest. Some of these folks out here will sob that their free speech has been taken away. First off, this is a free webstead that is owned by Google. It's not owned by the Wanted Rights Land Law Moat. So when I hush and lock someone, I'm taking their gift to talk to me or to write to me or to come to my fairway and watch my films, either to be uploaded or live streamed. I take that gift away from them. I didn't take their right away from them. This is not the land law moat or the Reich law moat or the earldom law moat or the near law moat. This webstead isn't owned by any of them. Oh, it's true that about 2 years ago, YouTube was guilty, or some folks on YouTube were guilty of not following their oversight or not knowing who was watching what and not knowing who was old and who was not. And then the FTC had to make an oversight that YouTube had to make a showing of not for kids and for kids. And that was as far as it went. But beyond that, YouTube hasn't really, beyond that, but yeah. And everyone thought that was bad. But at the end of the day, that was the only time that the law moat had anything to do, or the land law moat had anything to do with YouTube. This is a free webstead, and it's my fairway. All right, I get it. YouTube can do whatever they want to do. It's their own webstead. But it's my fairway, and as long as I'm following the webstead oversight, the followership oversight, I can say and do what I want as long as I'm following those oversights. And the gift to come and watch my films and to talk to me and write on my films is a gift. It's not a right. So when I hush and lock someone, they lost their gift. So some of them like to sob their free speech has been taken away. I don't know. To be earnest with you, I don't know. I know a lot of folks gave YouTube for their followership oversight, their website oversight, them always, and everybody keeps saying, oh, well, Twitch and TikTok are big. Yeah, well, Twitch and TikTok shoot themselves in the foot because, one, they don't run off the well, actually, Twitch runs off the reckoner, but it's not free. There is no free Twitch. And TikTok doesn't run off the reckoner at all, only off the wireless wise forest speaker. So, and it's not free. So both of them shoot themselves in the foot when it comes to not being free. There should be a free TikTok and a free Twitch. This should run off the far speaker and also off the reckoner. But I really don't care, because at the end of the day, I think YouTube, it's just someone's belief. There's no truth to it. They can say TikTok and Twitch is like this, they're big. That's their thought and belief. There's no truth to it. You know, at the end of the day, YouTube's the only website that I've been on that actually works for me. Everything works for me. Uploading, playing films, going in and out of my reckoning, all that stuff. Go to any other website and you'll have hang-ups with making a reckoning, making, logging in, logging out, uploading a film, forlaying a film. How many other websites out there can say that they work that way? But you know what? It says, yeah. Do you think YouTube kept, or most likely they're going to start a following? They already have an offshoot called YouTube Red, which they renamed YouTube Premium, but that's a French borrowed word. So they do have their buying offshoot, which at the end of the day, it's only for the business mates, and that's it. Just for anyone who's a mate. Me and you wouldn't get on there, because I'm not a business mate. I don't bring no Galden. I don't have no showings or boosterings. So no. That's just for the folks that have galled and are mated in some way. Not me. So that's not going to work. But they already have one. And it's your choosing if you want to go to it or not. Nah. Would say, okay, before someone else comes on my YouTube fairway, would say that you go to YouTube Red or whatever they call it these days, and would say there's some kind of hang up, then YouTube has to be answerable for it. They can't do it and say, well, yeah, then they would have to give you a business track. Then you'd have to call someone and they would have to either work out the hang up, because they can't. It's not like the free YouTube where they can just say, oh, here's feedback, here's this and that, because you're actually gouging them when you're actually giving them gouged for their business when you go on YouTube Red. So they can't really, say that they're not answerable for it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And who knows how that works out like. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to stick to where it's at. I will never be a mate. It was never my goal to be a mate. It was never my goal to have any kind of gouged or showings or boosterings or whatever you want to call it on my fairway. So why would someone want to put more oversight on themselves? And guess what? The YouTube mateship oversight is shifting all the time. So, yeah. First, there's the YouTube website oversight that tells you what you can and cannot do on the website, what the website can and cannot do. Then there's the followership oversight that shows you the kinds of behavior that one can and cannot do on the website. Then there's ownership law, which that's mostly lawful there. Then there's YouTube showing or boostering oversight. Then there's the YouTube mateship oversight. And then there's the Google AdSense oversight. Or for Google AdWords oversight too. So why would you want to have more oversight to follow? And all it takes is you to fuck up on one of them, or someone at YouTube to make a mistake and go, I'm having a fucking bad day. Oh, what's that? All it takes is someone to make a mistake at the Google AdSense team, or someone to shift the oversight on mateship or on boostering or showing oversight, And then you either lose your good standing, lose your mateship, if you already gotten warned it already. You already got warned it already, that's good. But if you already got past your first warning, it won't be good because you get a warning and 3 strikes. So yeah, why go for all that shit? And then you hear about mates always bitching all the time about how unfair mateship is. Well, I'm glad I'm not a YouTube mate. And then you have to be answerable for one's total. Who else wants to come on here? Oh, I don't know. Who else I'm going to put on here? All right. Nah. Come on, we got to put someone else on here. We could just... Yeah, forgive me for my films not being so skilled. You know, I know this is shit that the haters... Okay. Well, now we already saw, if you saw the big lots Braun Strowman, here's the Walmart Braun Strowman. Yeah, I'm on a YouTube live stream now. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I lost to The Miz on Impact, so now I can't fight Godzilla. When it should be me fighting Godzilla, because I beat Godzilla 3 times. He only beat me once. Yeah, I do know Braun Strowman. Way back, starting from the end of 27 between while, going into at least 28 that you and to 28 between while, you and Godzilla had a sagas of fights. And you beat Godzilla actually 2 times, and Godzilla beat you once. Yeah. And then I was fighting the Green fucking Lantern, the green light that I don't like him. And then Astronema told me that she wouldn't keep her word. And then Steve Austin's like, oh, you and The Miz gotta fight. And whoever wins from then can fight Godzilla for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Because Godzilla beat Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw. And the only grounds out of Miz beat me is because he had John Morrison out there and he was fucking around when I was trying to sit to get back in the ring, and he hit me off the top post, or whatever you want to call it. And then he beat me. One for that, he wouldn't win. I'm going to make him ache all. And he won. And then Godzilla decided he wanted to fight The Miz at the end of Impact. And The Miz beats Godzilla. Well, now I'm going to come after The Miz. Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you should really be taking this up with my godmother, Xena. She's the owner. Or Brother Love. He's the force setter. Or take it out with Godzilla, since he's the head booker and the head writer. You don't be taking it up with me. Yeah. I'm the Walmart Braun Strowman. The Braun Strowman you saw back in 27 between YL and some of 28 between YL was the big lots one. So, yeah. So, are you going to, you got I got 8 followers on my YouTube live stream. Any more of the haters going to show up? What are we talking about haters for? What? Folks coming on your YouTube live stream and saying shit? Yeah, Braun. First, they were saying, oh, I was taken over by Lucifer. And when that didn't work, Then they started saying shit like, "Oh, you're bullying me. Stop it." That's bullshit. All of it. That's just them making themselves out to be the beaten. You know, so they can go sob to YouTube and say, "Look, you're not following the Webstead oversight. You're not following the followership oversight when you are." Yeah. You locked them, hushed them? Yeah, I did. Well, that's good to know. Well, I guess I will have to take that up with Xenon, Brother Love, and Godzilla. Yeah, I guess so. The Miz is going to have a short run because when I get my hands on him, his 2 Ford run as TWF heavyweight winner will come to an end, and then I'll be a 2-time TWF heavyweight winner. Well, that's good to know, Braun Strowman. Yeah, it is. Good to know. So, because let's be honest, I'm a former world heavyweight winner. I'm a former WWE Enderland winner. I'm a 2-time WWE Raw team winner with some kid named Nicholas and Seth Rollins. So no one could tell me I didn't win anything, and I'm a former TWF heavyweight winner. I get done with the Miz, I'll be a 2 Ford one. His 2 Ford run gonna be done, and he gonna get these hands. Well, don't you gotta clean these hands before you get these hands? Yeah. Sad for my yawn. Push. It says someone wrote down here, who is the longest TWF heavyweight winner? I don't know. We've had a lot of them. The TWF heavyweight winnings goes back to between 93 YO of Earthquake. And the world heavyweight winnings goes back to 2001 YO of Hulk Hogan. So to tell you who's been the longest lording TWF heavyweight winner or world heavyweight winner, I don't know. The TWF was first, we used to do it on film disc. You know, film when you only heard it. And then we shifted over to the then we shifted over to actual film with the Tyco web shooter, with the Tyco shooter, the Sony shooter, and the JVC shooter. And then after that, it shifted over being on VHS, a film, from a song disc over to actual film disc where you could see yourself. Then it went to a film ring or a film disc. And then after about some hit and misses, it went on YouTube back in 2012 YL to now. So I know we talk about a lot of things that happened in the TWF over the years, and folks are like, wait a minute, you mean there were a bunch of other things you've been going on for 9 between years? Yeah. And only half of those 9 between years it was on YouTube. The other half of them it was on a song film where you couldn't hear, where you could only hear it but you couldn't see it. So you had to do your mind see of what was going on. And then it moved to actually seeing, actually a film where you could actually see it. And that was with the Tyco shooter was in black and white, then a Sony shooter, and then the JVC shooter. And then eventually led to the first disc one being on a film disc and led to being on YouTube. Yeah. Which Ghostbusters are you talking about? You're probably talking about the Deep one. The one that Deep did. The one that ran for at least 7 followings or so, making it the longest live drawing show Deke ever did. But yeah. Oh, all right. So we had, let's see, we had my god sister Gabrielle on. We had Braun Strowman on. I dealt with creeps and hills and bullies and trolls. They know who they are. They know how they behave. If they don't like being scathed for the way they behave, maybe they should stop behaving that way. You know? And someone wrote down, Dolph Ziggler, you should, and someone said, big ups, Miss Snout. Miss Snout? I don't know. Why would I be doing an uprising? Why would I be snouting anyone? Having nothing to do with them. I don't understand that. I just hush them and lock them. And then I snout them, yeah. So I have nothing to do with them. I don't watch their films. I don't read their words. I don't care what their thoughts or beliefs of me is. You know, they can have their thoughts and their own beliefs, and they can do whatever they want. They can't do it on my YouTube fairway, but they can do whatever they want anywhere else. Yeah, bring on Godzilla. Which one? Because I got a lot of Godzillas. But I guess I'll bring I guess I'll bring him on. Why not? I'll do that. Hey, the up-to-date Godzilla. It is the up-to-date. I am the up-to-date one. There really isn't much of on likeness between this 24 between one, King of the Fiends one, and Godzilla Fight Kong one. No. Not much of on likeness between any of those ones. Yeah, and how about the 27 between YL one? Oh, I bring that one on. I'm gonna look even more worse than I already look like. I do got Mothra, but it's the rainbow one. Yes. Anyway, Jordan, I just want to say that now I'm on the YouTube now. How long are you going to do this for? Until 8 o'clock. You're actually going to do it that long? Well, until I get bored or tired or get bored, which I'm not going to get bored. Well, why do you not have me on first? You had to have Gabrielle and Braun Strowman on before me. Yeah, well, it is what it is, and I only had you on here. You know, only had you on here because somebody on my shout-out box asked for it. And they always keep telling you, you should put your followers first, which I always do. Well, I make films, and if my followers like my films, good. But it's not like I'm going to go around, and I can't do everything, you know. Yeah, Godzilla says, I guess that's true, Jordan. I was guilty of not handling you right when we were boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, that's probably true. And your hair keeps coming undone. Yeah, it's a hang up with doll hair. You can never comb it right. I can hear with my eyes. Fuck. I don't know who has more hang up with their hair. Man-like being or a woman-like being or a doll. I don't know. Yeah, I do got King Ghidorah, but he got tape film on his tail. We got destroyed. We have 2 Gigans, the Bandai 24 between YL1, 2004 YL Run, and the Playmates. We got We got Mechagodzilla, a couple of those. We got a Mothra. We got Destroyer, some Gigans. We got King Ghidorah. But what are we talking about those fuckers for anyway? I don't know. You know? And we got King Kong. Ah, you had to bring him up. You know, I've had a hang up with him going for years. Ever since he beat me. And 9 between 63 YL. And I beat him in a TWF, so I think I beat him in 2 fights I had. So, haha. Yeah, but if he beats you in your film, Godzilla Fight Kong or Godzilla Fight King Kong, they took the King off his name. The truth to why you and King Kong don't get along, because King Kong doesn't see you as a king. You don't really call yourself King of the Fiends. He doesn't really believe, he believes you just gave yourself that rank and he isn't going to give you the onlook. But then again, King is in Kong's name, so you can see that, and God's in your name, so you can see where that comes from. Yeah, well, whose side are you on? Well, first off, Godzilla, I'm on your team. But at the same time, I think you and King Kong shouldn't have this bullshit thing because you want to get your win because you lost to him in what? 9 between 63 YL? So you're going to make up for the first loss you took in the first film? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Read the other stuff here. It said, Goku isn't available on live stream. I don't understand that. I don't know if it's not on live stream, then that's sad, but I don't know what this group, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I guess I gotta go now. All right, Godzilla, I'll let you go. Shut up, Gabrielle. I'm sad about that yawn. If you're so sad about that yawn, you wouldn't be doing it. My god sister Gabrielle has this irksome thing of doing really loud yawns. You know? Yeah, that would be sad. But you could go to this website called Movies 123. I'm sure they would have it on there. I'm sure they have Dragon Ball Z or Lindworm Ball Z on there. I'm sure they would have that. Oh. Well, someone else wanted to come on and start something, so now they're hushed. Now they're locked. And that's the end of it. Well, before I go, I just want to let everyone know that that I did happen to get Bics. I've been looking over for these for a long time, and now they actually do make Vic red riding tools again. Because I would go everywhere. The dollar shop, Five and Below, Ollie's, Big Lots, and none of them would have the red ones. So I went to Walmart and they finally made, they made them again. You know how much these were? Only 99 cents. So yeah, they made the red ones again. So yeah, it said Gabrielle supposedly been fighting too much, and that's why she's tired. I don't know. She does it all the time. And my godmother Zena and her husband Cameron and the house and the housekeeper Philip doesn't and my god brothers Zeno's husband and Dylan and my sister Jay don't like it. She's like really loud when about it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to say housekeeper because the word butler is a French borrowed word, but the English word would be housekeeper. It said. Yeah, I'm sure they probably, yeah. You know, so it is what it is. But I'm just telling you, those are the shops that we always go to, you know. So it is what it is. So anyway, I just want to say, thank you to, first off, it said, yeah. Someone wrote down, Mothra is my beloved. And forgive me if I didn't actually say that, but they never made Laura and Marl, the twins, the small twins. They never made them, which is sad. So before we go, I do want to talk about this website out there called Movies 123 or Films 123. You can seek a lot of stuff on there. Not everything, but a lot of things. If you want to see, I don't know, the Deke and Cloverway English work of Sailor Moon, or you want to see all the Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin the Beef Morphers, or you want to see, I don't know, Dark Angel would say or something, then that website's going to be good because they'll show kinds of things. Well, they don't got everything, but they do got a lot of things on there. So if you want to do that, you can. So there it is. That would be like, yeah. Yeah, Laurel and Mara. Laurel and Mara. Those were the names given to them on the Sony English work of Rebirth of Mothra 1, 2, and 3. All right. So I would always get these fairies, I don't know, these small dolls. And I would say that's them. Because the true ones that were made by Bandai back in the day, but I didn't get them back in the day. And they're eBay, the true ones, but they're worth way too much. So I'd get these toys that look like small folk, and I say, okay, that's them. That's how it would work like. No, there isn't any evilware on Movies 1, 2, 3, but I would keep all my and my evilware stronghold tool up to date, whatever it may be. So it is what it is. Well, it looks like it's, yeah. And that's their names for the Sony English work of Rebirth of Mothra that Toho did many years ago. And then Sony got the right to put it into English. And then I ended up, I don't know, filmed them off of, I don't know, it was either I think it was Showtime or something a long time ago, but when they aired it. But anyway, it is what it is. So, well, there you go. Anyway, it's all the time I got. I want to say thank you to everyone that came on my YouTube live stream. Forgive me for not reading all the things on my YouTube live stream. And for all the haters, bullies, creeps, and heels that were coming on and saying shit, you know who you are. I forgive you for your misbehavior, but you're hushed and locked. Thank you for all the 8 followers that came on to my YouTube live stream. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow. Before I go, the film I made yesterday, it should be right here. And you can follow me at Jordan Long over here. But I can't put an end sheet to my film and any of that stuff until this film truly fillets, which is going to take about 24 span because it's in 1080p HD. All right, I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.